Please welcome Associate Dean of Academic Affairs for the University of Nevada School of Medicine, Dr. Deborah Cools.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the class of 2017's clinician ceremony. Thank you all for being here to commemorate this really special event. I'm Deborah Cools, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Principal Academic Affairs for our Las Vegas campus. It's really a pleasure for us to have you here with us tonight. We're also happy to hold this event in Las Vegas for the fourth year in a row, and we recognize the statewide collaborative strengths of the University of Nevada School of Medicine. We have multiple campuses, Las Vegas, Reno, rural communities, each campus playing a really important role in our learners' successes. I'd like to begin by recognizing several distinguished guests. First, representing United States Senator Harry Reid, Leanne Costello. Next, Chancellor of Nevada System of Higher Education, Dan Klaetsch. Thank you. Executive Vice President and Provost of the University of Nevada, Reno, Kevin Carman. Thank you. As well, we would like to really thank the Clark County Medical Society for their ongoing support of our students. We'd like to recognize Executive Director of Clark County Medical Society, Loretta Moses, and Communications Coordinator of the same society, Janice Pobletti. Thank you again. We really also want to thank Clark County Medical Society for providing student scholarship support from both the society and from its alliance. They also provide free membership to our medical students. So thank you again, Clark County Medical Society. This gathering recognizes students' success in transitioning from largely basic science training to clinical training. And it's an important part of their medical education. It really underscores the combination of all of these skills and knowledge to the humanistic care of patients. We're pleased to support all of our students in this transition. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Thomas Schwenk to speak. Dr. Schwenk has served as Dean of the University of Nevada School of Medicine and Vice President of the University of Nevada, Reno Division of Health Sciences since July of 2011.
Dr. Cools, thank you very much. I add my welcome to all of you, to the family members, friends, faculty members in particular, the staff members who are here, our distinguished guests, and to the students themselves. The clinician ceremony is an unusual ceremony. It's not exactly the beginning. It's not exactly graduation. It marks a really critical transition, as Dr. Cools has said, to the first of what will be many years of clinical training. And that will lead you to your full development as fully trained physicians. You first put on your white coats when you started medical school 2 years ago. At that time, you learned about the symbolism of the white coat, what it means to cross that line from the patient to clinician and provider on the other side of the line. From the moment you crossed that line, you could never fully cross back. And now, after 2 years of very hard study, hard exams, hard work, you're about to put on new white coats and cross into the world of the physician permanently. From that point on, you will learn more from your patients than you will from your books. And in fact, William Osler, Sir William Osler, the great physician and teacher who was revered and honored throughout the history of medicine, is quoted as saying, "He who studies medicine without books sails an uncharted sea, but he who studies medicine without patients does not go to sea at all." You are about to go to sea as physicians in training, where you will be faced with challenges and opportunities that all have to do with the patient for whom you are responsible. And I emphasize they are your patients, and you are indeed responsible. Not without guidance, not without supervision, not without support, but for the rest of your professional life, you will call them your patients. So I invite you, students, to stand, turn so your parents and family members can adore you. And please don your white coats and join the faculty members who have their coats on today as well. Make sure there are no more flash bulbs going off. Good. Please be seated. With this transformation, you will face many new challenges. It will not be enough to be smart. You are all smart. Can you also maintain your humanity? Can you maintain your dignity? Can you maintain your compassion? The challenge during the long days and longer nights of clinical duties that are to come will be to remain present, remain human, remain humane, and to remain kind. I know you will meet that challenge and exceed it. Welcome to the third year. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Our next presenter is Dr. Sharon Frank. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Dr. Frank is president-elect of the University of Nevada School of Medicine's Alumni Association and is a graduate of the class of 1981. 1981 was the second four-year class at the University of Nevada School of Medicine. She went on to complete her internship in internal medicine in Phoenix at Good Samaritan Hospital. She then completed a residency in otolaryngology, head and neck surgery at Eastern Virginia Medical School in Norfolk, Virginia. In 1986, she returned to Las Vegas to open her private practice. In that same year, she became a diplomat of the American Board of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery. Dr. Frank went on to become a fellow of the American College of Surgeons and a fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics. During her 20 years in private practice in Nevada, she served as the department chairperson of otolaryngology at Sunrise Hospital and University Medical Center, and she welcomed many medical students into her office for clinical rotations. So we're very pleased to have her here tonight. Please join me in welcoming her to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you. Dean Schwenk, University of Nevada School of Medicine, faculty and staff, fellow alumni, members of the Las Vegas community, family and friends, but most importantly, class of 2017. I'm honored and pleased to be with you at this important transitional time in your lives and your medical training. I'm privileged to be an alumni of the University of Nevada School of Medicine, class of 1981, and a member of the Alumni Association, having served on the board of directors for the past 5 years. It is also a privilege to be invited to come today to share with you my memories of being a third and fourth year medical student. I initially shared my reflections on my clinical years with the class of 2015. I did so with no small amount of trepidation, as I told them about an event that happened very early in my third year of medical school. I think it ranks very high on my list of life's more embarrassing moments. While it happened over 30 years ago and I had never publicly told this story, it was certainly something I would never forget. When I decided to tell this story, I was pretty sure that I was the only one who had graduated from medical school having done something so stupid. I finished my remarks that day and went and sat down. I was seated next to the keynote speaker. Much to my surprise, he was quite an accomplished physician in his own right. He leaned over and whispered in my ear. I did the same thing. So today, I'm seated between Dean Schwenk and Dr. Piasecki. So if you see one of them lean over and whisper something in my ear, you may know what happened. It was early in my third year. I had arranged a rotation with a small orthopedic group at what was then Washoe Medical Center. I did this before my general surgery rotation. This is not a good idea. You'll see why in a few moments. A young man who was involved in a car accident was badly injured and was heading to the operating room. We hurried down to the OR. Somehow, I managed to find my way to get scrubs on and arrive in the OR. When I got there, it was fantastic. Everyone was scurrying about with something important to do. Even the anesthesiologist seemed to be busy. I was so eager to help. The patient was put on the table, anesthesia was induced. The surgeon turned and told me to get a lift so I could see. I didn't know what a lift was, but magically a step stool appeared at my feet. We were all in position. The surgeon made the first cut and then yelled out, "Sponge!" So I leapt into action. I reached over with my bare hands onto the sterile instrument table and handed him a pile of formerly sterile gauze sponges. Everything stopped. He looked up at the scrub nurse and said, "Did she just do that?" The answer, a horrifying, "Yup." The next few moments was a flurry of activity while they were changing out everything on the sterile surgical field, gowns, drapes, instruments. I was having a near-death experience. I don't remember much about the case, but I vividly remember what happened afterwards. The scrub nurse wouldn't let me leave the operating room. Thankfully, she was determined that I would never make that mistake again. This was long before duty hours had been thought up, but even if she had known about them, she wouldn't have cared. I stayed with her for a very long time that day, until I knew everything I needed to know about sterile surgical technique. But the lesson that day was much bigger. Mostly I learned about humility. Everything I needed to know about humility. I had to abandon my loftiness and admit that I still had a lot to learn. In fact, I didn't even know what I didn't know. I had to step out of my comfort zone of books and professors and see that a lot of other people had valuable things to teach me. The nurses, the scrub techs, the receptionist, the unit clerk, and yes, even the janitor. It was through the pure kindness of that woman that by the end of that day I had recovered my sense of self-worth, and for that I am eternally grateful. When you encounter these people, take the opportunity to learn from them. They're eager to help you. You may find yourself surprised, as I was, at just how much they know and how much they're willing to share with you. For the last several years, learning has been, by necessity, very ordered and on schedule. This is about to change. Now it will almost never happen between the hours of 8 to 5 or on weekdays. It can be tricky, but certainly doable, to spend the time necessary and still maintain some balance to your life. This is going to require a lot of patience and understanding on the part of your family and friends. Those of you with children will need to take special care to help them understand the time requirements placed on you, but that their needs are still important as well. The next 2 years is a good time to assess your tolerance to sudden and unexpected changes in your schedule. It is also a time to assess where your gifts and talents lie, especially as they pertain to medicine. If you thrive on adrenaline, then your specialty choice will be different than if you prefer a more scheduled life. I chose my specialty of ear, nose, and throat because I wanted to work with a wide age range of patients, and I liked both surgery and internal medicine. I wouldn't have guessed that otolaryngology combines these things until I actually did an ENT rotation. The possibilities are limitless. Make sure to expose yourself to lots of different specialties and give yourself time and space for discernment. These next 2 years are going to go very fast. Don't waste a moment of it. If you work hard and take full advantage of the opportunities presented to you, when you leave the University of Nevada School of Medicine, you will be very well prepared for your residency. As I wrap up my reflections, I fondly remember these years as some of the best of my life. You'll learn more and do more than you have ever done, and you might find yourself in a somewhat humiliating situation. If you do, make the best of it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Remember that you're not alone, and someone else has probably already made the very same mistake as I discovered some 30 years after that challenging day in the operating room. When you have doubts or you feel like you're just not good enough, reject those thoughts. Persevere and don't allow yourself to become discouraged. Remember the Alumni Association. There's a lot of us now. We've been through the same thing and live to tell about it. Reach out when you need us, and we will be there to help you when you need us. Most of all, we will look forward to the day when we can share with you the privilege of becoming an alumni of the University of Nevada School of Medicine. Work hard and stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Those are very wise comments, and obviously we have really strong alumni that contribute to the ongoing success of our school. Now I'd like to invite to the podium the class president of the class of 2017, Cicero Running Crane. Let's welcome him.
Thank you, Dr. Cools. Hello, honored guests, friends, family, fellow students. To the friends and family, thank you so much for coming. Today is a milestone on your student's path to becoming a physician. It's the end of what were seemingly endless days in the classroom, which can be replaced by what I assume will be seemingly endless days on rotation. But I know on behalf of the class that I can say we are very excited for this transition. We're very excited to get out of the classroom and into the clinic where we can begin to truly practice what will be our lifelong pursuit of perfecting the art of medicine. And on behalf of the students for the past several years, to the family members, I'd just like to say thank you for your support. We'll continue to need that support over the coming years because things are not going to be easy. Hours are going to be hectic. We're not going to know our schedules, and it's going to be very different from all of our previous learning experiences. So I thank you for your previous support and for your future support that I'm sure that you'll continue to give the students. To the class, this week is the last week that we'll really all be together in the same place. From here, we're going to be spread out back to Reno. Some will be staying here in Vegas. So let's enjoy our time together and appreciate everything that we've done for each other over the past 2 years. I also would encourage everyone to take this time to reflect on everything that it has taken so far to be here today. On the hours in Pennington, to the seemingly endless references to high yield things that we'll need to know. And here is only halfway. So we're not there yet. So what I would like to ask of the class is that we take this opportunity to say thanks, to be thankful, to appreciate everything that has taken to get here, but also to redouble our efforts. Because after we move on from here, our patients are going to expect a competent, caring professional that they can turn to in their hour of need. And that's what we need to be when we leave here. So understanding that and understanding that there are going to be challenges ahead, that things might be difficult, I know that we can count on each other to be there for each other, to support each other, and that we will be able to rise to the challenge and finish the last 2 years even stronger than the first 2. Thank you.
Thank you, Cicero. At this point in our program, we're going to acknowledge several important awards that are going to be presented by several of our leaders, and they include Dr. Timothy Baker, Associate Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Cherise Singer, Associate Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs, and Dr. Miriam Barone, Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education. So to start this off, I'm going to invite Dr. Timothy Baker to the stage, to the podium. Thank you.
I'm honored tonight to present the Gold Humanism Honor Society Professionalism in Medicine Awards to the class of 2017. The awards are intended to highlight outstanding achievement in the areas of altruism, duty, humility, integrity, and respect. What makes these awards particularly special is the faculty have nothing to do with them. They're entirely driven by the students. The students are chosen by their peers to receive these awards. This year, we're pleased to have the continued generous support of Jerry and Janet Zebrak. Each awardee will receive the Jerry and Janet Zebrak Family Scholarship for Humanism. Dr. Jerry Zebrak and his family have strong ties to the School of Medicine. Dr. Zebrak is a longtime faculty member. He has taught physiology. He has had 200 or so students in his office with him. He's been a strong supporter of the school for many years. In fact, 2 of their sons are graduates of the School of Medicine as well. The Scholarship in Humanism is a recognition of the Zebrak family's strong commitment, not only to the care of patients, but to the teaching and nurturing of future generations of physicians. While they're not here to join us this evening, I'd like to recognize them for their support of the students and the School of Medicine. So now on to the awards. I like this because the students have no idea who the winners are, so there's a little excitement here. The first is altruism. So I will read each title and then a little about that award and then bring the student up. So altruism, unselfish concern for the welfare of others, demonstrates concern, kindness, and interest for others, even at the expense of their own needs, and prioritizes others ahead of themselves. And this year's awardee is Nikki Height. Awards. You're not here? Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. Here we go. It's in here, I'm sure it is. There it is. All right. Next, duty. Often identified as leaders in their class, sees a need, then takes care of it, is reliable and capable of getting something done, has a strong sense of values and beliefs which guide their efforts. Davy Warner. Next, humility. Not self-promoting, but motivated by values. Does not seek attention or acknowledgement from others when doing something remarkable. Has a gentle nature, being helpful, but not forceful, capable, and never condescending. Amy Lilly. Integrity. Is trustworthy and in matters of confidentiality has earned the trust of others. Has a strong sense of what is right in the way they treat their colleagues, faculty, and staff. Demonstrates strong personal ethic and a steadfast adherence to a strict moral code. Cicero Running-Crane. Respect is often sought out for their insight, knowledge, and opinion. Approaches patients, colleagues, and others with a do unto others philosophy. Is considerate of others. Colt Williams. And because I messed it up, I'm going to ask Nikki to come back over for another picture with her actual award. Thank you. Sorry about that. Students, please remain on stage for induction into the Honor Society. And Dr. Singer is next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Cherie Singer, Associate Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs, and with me is Dr. Mimi Baran, our Associate Dean of Graduate Medical Education, and I'm really happy that Dr. Baker had to do that and not me, sorry. So we are here today to induct students and residents into the Gold Humanism Honor Society. The society recognizes individuals for practicing patient-centered medical care by modeling the qualities of integrity, excellence, compassion, altruism, respect, and empathy at various stages in their careers. Today, each recipient will receive a membership pin and certificate from the Gold Humanism Honor Society to commemorate this honor. And I'll now ask Dr. Baran to bring the resident recipients up.
Thank you. These residents have exhibited particularly strong teaching skills and are role models for compassionate, relationship-centered care. Our residents for induction into the Gold Humanism Honor Society this year are, and I'm going to tell you the three individuals who were unable to join us, and then introduce our recipients who are here. From the Department of Psychiatry in Reno, John Tan. From the Department of Family Medicine in Reno, Kelsey West. And from the Department of General Surgery in Las Vegas, Ashley Pistorio. And joining us today are from my left to right, are Yusra Malik from the Department of OBGYN here in Las Vegas. Ethan Benning from the Department of Surgery in Las Vegas. And from the Department of Psychiatry in Las Vegas, Michael Barnes.
So our students who just received the Professionalism Awards are also being honored as our 2015 student inductees into the Gold Humanism Honor Society. And again, they are Nikki Height, Davey Warner, Amy Lilly, Cicero Renning Crane, and Colt Williams. Dr. Baran will now lead the inductees in reciting the oath.
So for other, for other individuals who are in our audience who are also members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, I invite you to stand, and if you need a pledge, we will bring one out to you. Melissa? Do you need one? Okay. Kurt? Okay. So please join me. I pledge by all that I hold dear as a physician, I will care for my patients with compassion, respect, empathy, integrity, and clinical excellence. I will listen to my patients with my whole being. I will advocate for each patient as a unique individual. I will serve as a role model and mentor to promote humanism and healthcare. I will remember always the healing power of the acts of caring. I will dedicate myself to joining with others to make healthcare optional for all. Thank you. That's what the instructions say.
Thank you. That was very well done. Next, I'd like to invite Dr. Melissa Piasecki, Executive Associate Dean of the University of Nevada School of Medicine and Senior Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, to the stage to lead the class of 2017 in reciting the Student Honor Pledge.
Congratulations to all our award recipients, and thank you, Dr. Cools. For the class of 2017, the Honor Pledge can be found on the back of your programs. Please stand and join me in reciting this pledge. I will maintain the highest standards of responsibility, integrity, and professionalism during my medical education and throughout my professional career. I will adhere to these high standards of professional conduct in all aspects of my life. I will neither receive nor give unauthorized assistance, examinations, or assignments, and I will approach my education with honesty and integrity. I will respect and assist my classmates and colleagues at all times. I will acknowledge my limitations, strive to learn from my mistakes, and work to improve my skills to the benefit of my patients. I will commit myself to a lifetime of learning and teaching both the art and science of medicine. I will attend to all my patients with competence and compassion. I will maintain confidentiality and be tactful in my words and actions. I will honor the diversity of my patients' experiences, cultures, and beliefs, and strive to assist them in making choices that reflect their personal values. I will strive to earn and maintain my patients' trust and respect. I will work to improve the standard of health in my community, to increase access to care for the underserved, and to educate patients. I will recognize the privileges afforded to me as a physician and a physician in training, and promise not to abuse them. I will not forget the importance of my own health and well-being. I will not use my knowledge to harm others. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you. You may be seated. As you continue your journey of becoming a physician, I hope that you'll have opportunities to revisit this pledge or parts of this pledge and reflect on what it means for you and how it can help you along your path. Thank you, and I now invite Deborah Cools back to the podium.
Thank you so much. And I'd like to really thank the class of 2017 for giving us the honor this night of recognizing your achievements and marking your transition to your clinical training. I would also like to thank the staff who have worked hard to bring this event to us tonight, as well as to the faculty, both clinical and administrative, who are here to support our students and who teach them every day. And I'd like to indicate that this now officially marks the conclusion of our ceremony. And I'd like everyone to please stand as the class of 2017 recesses. Once they've recessed, I'd like to invite everyone to join us for a reception in the atrium of this building. So if everyone would stand, and then our class will recess. Thank you.